Today we're going to build a deck using this box. It's going to be a 40 card deck for a pre-release event. What's going on, Legion of Zen? I'm Zenturion XYZ. Thank you very much for joining me here today. I do greatly appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, we open up Pokemon TCG here, and we are going to be getting into a Lost Thunder build and battle box. So let's take a look. All right. We have a battle box here, and what we're going to do is build a 40 card deck out of the box. Now, when you go into a pre-release event, energy cards are supplied to you, and you get one of these boxes as well for a fee, right? So you pay a fee, and you get the box. Sometimes you get some packs as well, and then you also get energy cards. So let's go ahead and get into this Lost Thunder build and battle box. Lost Thunder is still in rotation for the current meta. We're gonna move that little pamphlet out of the way. All right, you get this little deck over here with, there's 4 different cards that you can get here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna open this pack right here and see what we get inside. This is basically a small built deck for you. There's a code, and what you get is usually one of the better cards. You get a holo, and then you've got some trainers. So we're gonna take a look through them. We got a How, a Copycat, a Timer Ball, Poplio. So this is gonna be a water deck most likely, and chances are we are probably okay. So water and fairy type. So it looks like we'll probably be building a water and fairy type deck here with the goodies that they provided in the box. Also, these boxes very useful to store your cards. I actually keep quite a few of them back here with just different sets that I'm currently collecting that I don't want to put in a binder. Usually they're commons, uncommons, that type of stuff. But they're very useful to hold your cards. So, good to have. All right, we're going to take a look real quick here. What we've got: a Hoppip, we've got a Pikipek, a Slugma, a Poplio. Poplio could be useful. A Litleo, a Majerna, Beartrick, water. We're going to move that off to the side. We've got a Leaf Energy, Heracross, and we've got a Fairy Charm here. That's going to trainer. We're going to put that trainer off to the side as well. Skiploom, and a code for all of you. Let's get into another pack here. And so with these boxes, you get 4 packs. Litwick, that's a Psychic type, a Chikorita, Grass type, Natu, Fire, Houndour, a Alolan Diglett. Corellia is a fairy type, so that could be useful. Rabombe is a fairy type, so that could be useful here. We've got an energy, Kecleon, and Kecleon is actually a colorless card, colorless energy, so that actually could come in handy as well. So we're going to put that off to the side. Whitney is a trainer, and then there's a code. All right, let's take a look. Hopefully we can get something good in one of these packs. There's a Yamask, Stunfisk Army. Big shout out to my boy, Sudan Segment, Larvitar, Litwick, Chikorita. There's a Xerneas, and that's a fairy type. That actually can come in handy here, and that's a beautiful Prism Star card. Zabriska, or Zibstrika, Water Energy, Netball, another Kecleon, Sightseer, and I'm going to leave this code for a little later in the video. And we're going to move this off to the side, throw that garbage out. Spinnerack, Poplio again, Morlul is a fairy type. We'll put that over here with the fairies. We've got a a colorless energy here, and that's a Chansey, which also could be very useful. Trico, Fanfi. We got a Sequoon. GX Suicune, and that is a gorgeous card. Suicune GX. We'll put that. We'll sleeve that up over here. But that's a good pull right there. Now my cards are a little bit wacky and all that stuff, but we're gonna clean that up in just a second. We got a Mantine, that's water, and a Wait and See Hammer, along with a Fairy Charm. It's always good to get a bunch of trainers. There's a code, and I've got one more code waiting for y'all as well. We're gonna put that off to the side, but we'll get to that in a bit. So we've got these cards, which could be useful, but we're gonna move them off to the side for right now because we did get plenty of water and fairy type cards, and I think we might be able to build a deck out of this using the cards that we got here, along with these as well. So let's take a look. Let's see what we've got. All right, first off, Suicune is going to be perfect because it is probably our best card, right? And this is going to be leading our deck, really. So we are definitely going to go with a water deck, water theme deck here. And if we look at, actually, we've got the Suicune over here as well. And this is actually a good card to have. We're going to move these trainers off over here. Let's grab these water types. Get these trainers. And then we've got fairy types. So let's take a look at the fairy types that we do have currently right now. And we've got a Xerneas. That's actually a pretty good card right there. We've got 160 HP, which is not bad. And then we've got an ability and a attack that does 160 damage. Now, unfortunately, it can't do this attack 2 turns in a row, but, you know, it's still 160 damage, which isn't bad. All right, Path of Life. Once during your turn, when the Pokemon moves from your bench to become your active Pokemon, you may move any number of energy from your other Pokemon to it. So if you've got fairy energies on other Pokemon cards, you can switch them over to this card as well, which is actually really good. We have a Corellia here. Now, we're not going to be able to use Corellia because we don't have a Ralts. So we're going to move that off to the side. We don't need that. We've got a Morlul, and while Morlul, you know, it's not a great card, and you don't have the evolution for it, so it's not really going to be very helpful. Ribombe as well, you know, not really much you can do with that card. Then you've got your Jigglypuff, 3 Jigglypuffs and 2 Wigglytuffs, which aren't bad. Wigglytuff basically says here for the powerful attack, and it doesn't require too much energy, which is nice. If this Pokemon has a Pokemon tool card that has Fairy Charm in its name, attach it. This attack does 70 more damage. So we did get some Fairy Charms, and that could be very, very useful here. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 Pokemon so far here. 5, we've got 6, we've got 7. All right, we've got Pomplio. So we've got 3 Pomplio here, 2 Brienne, and 2 Primarinas. And these Primarinas are not bad. 150 HP, ability Harmonics. And it says, whenever you attach an energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon, except with an attack, ability, or trainer card, attach up to 2 energy cards to this Pokemon instead of 1. So that's not bad. That's not bad at all. We're going to go ahead and put them in here. So we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And honestly, I think that's a good number. We also have this Xerneas, which 14, 15. I think that's a little bit more than I'd like with Pokemon. But we do have this Mantine, which is actually not a bad card. It's got Surf. It's got 120 HP and does 100 damage. So that's not terrible. Mantine Surf. If this Pokemon has an energy attached to it, it has no retreat cost. So that's actually a pretty good card. we already have enough Pompleos. We're going to move off Pompleo to the side. Beartrick, 140 HP here. It's got Resolute Claw, and then if your opponent's active Pokemon is a GX or an EX, this attack does 60 more damage. So that's actually a pretty good attack right there, especially if you're going against a deck that has a GX or an EX card in it. And then you've got Blizzard Burn. It does take up a lot of energy. 150 damage is pretty good though, and this Pokemon can't attack during the next turn. So it's not the best card. And we also don't have Cubchoo, so we really can't use that card. And then we've got another Pompleo. We don't need another Pompleo, so I think we pretty much know which Pokemon we're going to be using here. In fact, I would say that I'm going to actually take out one of these Jigglypuffs. I am actually going to take out a Jigglypuff, and we're going to have 2 Jigglypuffs and 2 Wigglytuffs. All right, we need to take a look at these colorless energy cards. We have a Chansey, and this Chansey is actually not bad. 100 HP, not the best, but, you know, serviceable. Healing Pirette, heal 20 damage for each of your Pokemon, so that's not bad. And then you've got Sympathy Slap, 100 damage. If your opponent's active Pokemon already has any damage counters on it before this attack does damage, this attack does nothing. So that attack is only useful for Pokemon that do not have damage counters on them. So I'm actually going to move that off to the side. We've got a Kecleon. Kecleon's not bad, but it's not really going to be very useful here. I think we've got our Pokemon, and now we need to figure out our trainers. Basically, we're going to look at these trainers now. And Mina, search your deck for Fairy Energy card and attach it to one of your Pokemon. So that's actually not bad, and it shuffles your deck. So that's actually very useful for this deck in particular. Lily, draw cards until you have 6 cards in your hand. If it's your first turn, draw until you have 8 cards in your hand. So very useful trainer card there. Professor Kukui, draw 2 cards. During this turn, your Pokemon's attacks do 20 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So another useful trainer card. And we've got Netball. And Netball is always great because you can search your deck for basic Pokemon and put it on your bench. So very useful. We've got Fairy Charm, which is useful with that Wigglytuff. And this prevents all damage done to Fairy Pokemon. This card is attached to by attacks from your opponent's GX and EX cards. So very, very useful. And we have 2 of those. Draw 2 cards, then flip a coin. If heads, if you played this Kaili from your hand, put this card into your hand instead of discard pile. If you have no cards in your deck, you can't play this card. Okay, so not bad, not the best. Draw 3 cards, that's always useful. Copycat, shuffle your hand into your deck, and then draw a card for each card in your opponent's hand. Okay, Timer Ball, flip 2 coins. If heads, search your deck for an evolution Pokemon. That's always a good one there. We've got another Fairy Charm. Wait and See Hammer. You can use this card only if you go second and only on your first turn. So, yeah, we're gonna get that one out of there. It's not a bad card. It's just I don't see it being all that useful. It literally has to be pulled at the right exact time for it to work. Sightseer, you may discard any number of cards from your hand, then draw cards until you have 5 cards in your hand. If you can't draw any cards in this way, you cannot play this card. It's not a bad card. We have another Netball. Search your deck for leaf types. We're not using leaf. Draw a card, then draw 2 cards for each other Whitney in your discard pile. So we only have 1 Whitney. That's not going to be useful. We've got another Netball. And we've got another Fairy Charm. So let's take a look. Let's see what we've got here as far as trainers are concerned. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You don't know what deck you're going to be going up against. So we're going to go ahead and take 3 of these, and we're going to put them in here. So we have a total of 27 cards between the Pokemon and the trainers. That gives us 13 energy within the deck. I think that's fine. We can definitely build a pretty decent deck with that. I would have preferred to have more trainer cards than we have, but it is what it is. You get what you get. So let me go ahead and give you guys this code right here. Okay, and then we're going to take a look real quick. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We've got 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27 cards. And then we're going to have 13 energy. So we've built a deck. We've constructed a pre-release deck, 40 cards, and now you can go into a pre-release event at a local card shop, and you can compete. And then hopefully, if you win, you get packs for winning usually. So it's a good way to interact, to have fun with fellow Pokemon players, and also for you to get some cards as well. Make sure that you check out this playlist right here. This playlist is Let's Build a Deck, and this is the entire playlist so far that I've done with different sets like this one, all the previous ones that are still currently in the meta.